Welcome to a special Lenten edition of This Week in Orthodoxy, the world's only online video newscast focused on events in the life of the Orthodox Church. I'm Emmy Louveris. How do you turn the young Orthodox child onto the idea of Lent? What are the historical and biblical roots of Lent, and why do we fast? First up, in a modern world of fast food, smartphones, and commercialism, fasting for 40 days can be extremely difficult for an Orthodox Christian, especially a young one. So what can parents, godparents, and family do to turn their children onto the idea of Lent? OrthodoxMom.com has some useful recommendations on how to prepare children for the Lenten season. First, putting Lent in the context of mutual love between Jesus and the family can be beneficial in helping children understand why Jesus gave up his life for them. Preschool and kindergarten-age children may not be able to adhere to a strict fast, but their spiritual health can be nourished by teaching them the values of love, giving, and sharing. Children learn best through hands-on experiences and interactions. Reading the children's Bible and then taking the time to speak and explain what they read or what they experienced during services can impact their understanding of the importance of this 40-day period. Another idea found on the Antiochian Orthodox website is to create a Lenten calendar focusing on the various icons representing Christ's journey. Parents can use the opportunity to discuss the meaning and significance of each icon. A time of reflection, the Lenten season can bring families closer together as they move towards Christ's resurrection. And next up, what are the roots of fasting and where did the tradition come from? Orthodox Christians worldwide prepare themselves for the resurrection by adhering to a stricter fast than most. The idea of the Paschal fast was a carryover from the Jewish traditions, but had no uniform practice. Some early Christians only fasted for several days, others for weeks. Most observed a Wednesday and Friday fast to commemorate the day Christ was betrayed and crucified and was normally held until sundown. St. Augustine attributes the 40-day fast to the persecution of Christians who sought refuge in monasteries where monks and hermits observed a strict bread and vegetable fast. Over time, the 40-day fast became the norm and eventually the standard, drawing its origins from the time Christ spent in the desert preparing his body and spirit warding off temptations. Today, the fast is seen as a time of delight, a time when we become more aware of our spiritual self and seek to cleanse ourselves of sin as we prepare to embrace Christ's triumph over death. And finally, March 1st is the Sunday of Orthodoxy, marking the end of the iconoclasm period. Starting around 726 AD, Emperor Leo III placed a ban on religious icons, believing them to be graven images in violation of the second commandment. Some historians point to the rise in importance of some icons over others as one of the reasons for the persecution. In early Christendom, icons that were known to perform miracles or foster healing received wide veneration. Oftentimes, healed individuals would carve a cross into the icon. This was considered the ancient equivalent to the taumata in the Greek Orthodox Church or votive offerings in Catholicism. The more crosses that were carved, the more important the icon was deemed. Eventually, a compromise was reached and the rules of modern iconography were established. The Byzantine Empress and Orthodox Saint Theodora committed herself to restoring the presence of icons in the Orthodox Church. And in news from OCN, we're celebrating our 20th anniversary, and we've come a long way from producing a one-hour radio program, and you can be a part of our growth by visiting our website at myocn.net for more information. Be a part of our Facebook community by liking our page and sharing our posts. With over 345,000 likes, the images and information shared is nothing short of amazing. And another way that you can support OCN is while you shop on Amazon.com. There's no extra cost to you. Amazon donates a portion of its profits to us. And while you're on myocn.net, click on the Buy button at the top of the page and you'll find easy instructions and links right there. That brings another edition of This Week in Orthodoxy to a close. For everyone here in our studios, I'm Emmy Louveris. Let's go forth in peace.